it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I am going to be getting all set up for January in my MakseLife flagship planner. So excited. I'm going to be working on my January goals, but also on my calendar page as well. I decided to combine that into one video, at least for this month. You can let me know what you think in the comments below if you prefer to see it separate or together. But I'm still playing a little bit of catch up here with editing and also with just getting the full setup fully moved into this planner. So I figured I would do these two together. In my last video, which I think should be up before this, I worked on my Q1 goals and also on this super adorable planner setup here. I still have a few pages in the front that I still need to work on, and I still need to do my sticker vision board for the year, but that's definitely going to happen in January at this point. I've got my goals set, my annual goals, my Q1 goals, and it's about to be January. I really like to get these all written out for the month before the month starts, so I'm going to switch gears, work on that, and then I'll shuffle back to the last of the pages in the front of the planner when I have a little bit of time to work on that. So since I was last working in here and setting up my Q1 goals, which I have tucked in right here. I was so tired when I wrote out my goals. I'm very happy with like the content of them, but it's like the messiest handwriting that I've ever filmed with. It's really like I went so fast through them, which is great. It took like no time, but I did end up actually typing them out on GoodNotes using the digital version of the planner. And just because I can like literally see that as I'm flipping through my planner, I'm not usually super bothered by messy handwriting, but this one is really bothering me. The content of these is exactly the same. I did just like do a teensy bit of wordsmithing while I was typing, but I'm actually going to use these and tuck these in there. And printing was actually fairly easy on GoodNotes. It only took me 2 tries to get it right. And part of that was, I think, because my printer was out of ink. Yeah, we'll see how that goes as far as like printing more things off GoodNotes from the digital planner pages. Like, especially if I'm like laying things out on the page and like, you know, making funky shapes and stuff, that's very much easier for me to just do physically. But if I'm just like writing a list or whatever, honestly, it probably still takes me longer to do on GoodNotes than it does than to do in the planner. But if I'm typing, the writing looks so nice because it's, you know, very, very consistent, etc. So anyway, now I have that, which is folded the same way. It should be like exactly the same size. And I printed this on like really nice printer paper. Somehow it's like not exactly the same size. And not just because I cut off the bottom a little bit, but anyway, it's small enough to fit in this folder. And I won't throw that out. I'll keep the other one, but I am gonna tuck these in here, and I will take them back out when we get into, oh, that's so weird. Like the sizing is like just slightly off from that. So like it sticks out just a teensy bit, but anyway, hopefully that's fine. So that is how that is gonna sit now. And I will save the one that I wrote. I'll probably tuck that into my secret pocket there that I have hiding in the front of the planner. If you haven't seen that video, if you haven't seen the video already, I worked on a lot of the things in the quarterly toolkit. And then I took this from an old setup and decided to use that so that I have the pages with my planner. But if I don't need them, if I don't need to take them out. Anyway, so I did do like the perpetual calendar, which I can leave out because I am going to work on my calendar in a second, and my ideal week schedule. This will be more useful when I'm doing weekly planning. And then at some point during probably the month of January, I'm going to work on both the seasonal bucket list and the AM PM routine. So I will update you when I get to that as well. But for today, let's pull out the planner. I've got a lot of stickers on my desk right now. And I'm actually gonna start with the calendar. Yeah, I always find it a little bit easier to just like have my months mapped out before I go on and do my goals. I have a bunch of Simply Gilded washies. I've got some pens and markers. If you saw my Erin Condren Black Friday haul and are like, hey, you didn't play Planner Roulette today, I didn't. I just wanna get this setup done, but I will definitely be playing that soon. I think I kinda wanna use these. I'm not a quotes person, and I want the full quote covered, so I feel like I might need to tuck another washi in with that. Yeah, I know what to do. So I've got like I said, a ton of stickers on my desk right now. I have all of my kind of functional stickers that I historically used in like at least in the past couple of years, but I also have like a bunch of silver foil stickers out that are from when I was using a memory planner, and I'm really excited to try and bring some of that in. All right, well, I thought I wasn't gonna have to white out that, but I definitely am. So while I'm filming this, It's right at the end of December. We're still on winter break. It's nighttime, which I haven't like filmed after the kids have gone to bed in like so long, but it's actually kind of nice, the relaxing planner time. I'm kind of happy to bring that back. So we'll see if that continues, but I'm sure once they're, you know, back at school, more use the daytime, but it's been good. We've had a really nice winter break. Good combination of like holiday fun, family time, and we actually took a little mini vacation. We went to Savannah, Georgia, where my husband's brother and his family live, and they haven't lived there for super long. We hadn't been to see them there yet, and it's really nice. We decided to stay. We didn't stay with them. We stayed like right downtown. They live in kind of the suburbs, but we got to see them and hang out in the city and do some fun things. And they have at the Marriott in downtown Savannah, there is like a dinosaur fossil and geode museum, and I've got a kid that's like super into rocks, and he was just absolutely in heaven, and it was really fun. It's honestly one of like, it's certainly the coolest free museum I've ever been to, but it was pretty top tier. Even like, it definitely would be worth it even if you had to pay for it. And they just have like the most incredible geodes that you've ever seen. Which was actually like literally my son's Hanukkah present tonight was a thing where you can like smash open these geodes, and then some new rocks for the rock tumbler. Okay, so unfoiled, I've got like really big date scripts, and I love these. I actually think I might use this one. I don't have any of those in silver though. At least I don't see them. I'll have to take one more look through. Also got that font, but I feel like that paper trail. I also have my favorite from Lexi Kylie Designs, but I don't know. I think I'm feeling that. I wish I had these in. I have mini versions of them in foil, but I don't have the. Do I want this on a little bit of washi? Oh, that actually, I think that's gonna look really nice. I'm not gonna run washi on the whole thing, but I'm just gonna run like a little bit of washi in the middle. This is like a little bit Valentine's Day-y, but it matches. Don't want to run it on the whole thing because I wanted to do some like snowflakes in the corner. But yeah, anyway, so we went to Savannah right at the beginning of break. We picked the kids up at school on their last day of school and drove right to the airport from school. So we literally left like right as break was starting. We had like a couple of days there, some fun, and then we came home to celebrate Christmas with my husband's family, and then, you know, we had friends visiting, so it's just been like non-stop. So this is the MakseLife washi, and I'm going to use this. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I am going to redate this planner so that it's Monday start. Not the whole planner. I cannot guarantee that I'm going to do this every month, but I am going to do it this month. That's actually like a perfect color match. Wow. But anyway, so we always celebrate New Year's Eve with my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, with my husband's sister who lives really nearby. And we do New Year's Eve with the kids and, you know, countdown to noon instead of countdown to midnight. And it's a very good time. And no one has to stay up late, and I have actually not stayed up till midnight or seen the ball drop since 2015. I was pregnant with my first, and I was so miserable, and I just said, I said to my husband, I was like, I'm never doing this again. And I haven't. Yeah, maybe like, I don't know. It's not for me. That's very late. I feel like there are probably like a few times in my post-kids life where I've been up that late, like, and all of them have been, you know, for like a wedding. I can't imagine like another scenario where I would be up that late, but it's a really good time. The kids are really cute. And then our break is over. I can't believe it because I feel like it's a long break, but the kids are going back like right on the second. So it feels just like a very abrupt end to the break. All right, I am gonna put down the rest of these date covers, do the same thing on the other side, and also redate the numbers on this planner. And I'm gonna speed you through that, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's all dated now. These date stickers are from Sticky Slough Designs. I have no idea how old these are. I just found them in my collection of like white background silver foil date dots. And they're literally the perfect size for the MakseLife circles. I realized I just missed a couple right here. But yeah, these fit so perfectly over the MakseLife circles. They're like honestly like the exact same size. So if that shop is still exists and they still have this like fits over. I will have to do something with like the old 31 and everything. We will figure that out. I love small date dots. I don't need like the number to be huge. Okay, so I have to fix the holidays too because now everything else is shifted over, but we've got stickers for that too. Let's start on this side. I was gonna do something up in the corner and I forgot, but I will swing back to that in just a second. I thought I could do that without the scissors, but I can't. And my scissors were across the room in the wrapping paper station. All right, I feel like I need some stickers that are not foiled, but, oh, so before I forget, what I was gonna do is put some garlands up here. Because again, I have just so many stickers, and why not use them? That's actually the worst part about the redating is that I have to now white out the holidays because then there's like white out on the page, which I don't love. Otherwise they'd all be off. All right, so then this is winter break-ins. I gotta get some stuff off my desk here. I'm gonna use I think a back to school one. Alternatively, I have a winter break and then I can write ends under it. Oh my gosh, I just had like a moment of brilliance because I can just use it with washi, and purple is, well, I was gonna say purple is the kids' color anyway, but I'm not gonna use the MakseLife color coding after doing all that washi and stuff in here. I'm gonna use this, so it still works. I picked out like a bunch of pink and purple pens. Okay, so the way that this works is if stuff is like regular, happens every week, and it's happening normally, I don't put that on my monthly calendar because I feel like it crowds it too much. But if stuff happens, you know, kind of out of the ordinary, then I do put that on there. All right, I'm gonna keep going with the holidays, but I realized that in order to put some other stuff in, I'm gonna need my color code here. This color coding, it's not 100% to MakseLife. There's like things that I flag kind of separately, just sort of depending on what they are. This one is like more for scheduling purposes. My highlighters here are a combination of zebra mild liners and some of the new highlighters from the Daily Grind, which I really like her highlighters. And I have, I think, 6 colors here, which is, it's been a while since I've done like a handwritten calendar like this, besides the one that's up on the board. Besides like my big kaleidoscope living one, I mean, but 6 is the category, the number of things that I had, I think, last time that I set a calendar and had been for a while. So we're going with 6. You can see the color motif here matches the washi. If there's a color close to Moxie, I will use that. So like I picked that grayish one for house stuff and the purple for kids because that's family. But like I like to have a separate color for appointments. It just like makes it a lot easier to see. Okay, so I know the last one is other, but now I'm having trouble remembering what my 6th one is. Duh, finances. So my daughter is in a show and it is this next week, so she has like a ton of rehearsals. So usually they just practice always at the same time, and I wouldn't put that in, but they have like all of their dress rehearsals and everything, so that those need to be in since they're outside of the usual schedule. I actually don't usually put the times on the monthly calendar, but I just did for that. I also have a dot marker here, and I'm gonna use that for workout classes. And I do add to this calendar like throughout the month. Pretty much every week, you know, checking in and adding stuff, because workout classes obviously don't get booked that far in advance. But so I'm gonna put that in with a dot. I will add that to my key. And then likewise, so our new activities, some new activities are starting. So my little one has an art class starting. And I won't put this in every week, but I will put in, you know, that it's starting, and I'll put in when it's ending, which is not this month. All right, so appointments was in this color. Gosh, the kids are just so busy. Yeah, so they have the show on Wednesday, but then also on Saturday, but I'm doing one half of the planner at a time here, so I don't have to keep flipping. I don't know when some of their other activities start. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going through, and I'm gonna speed you through some of this, just doing the more color coding and putting stuff in, and if I think of anything interesting, I will jump back in and talk about it. Alright, so I don't want the washi to show, but I don't necessarily have something for all of the days. I don't want the whiteout to show, but I don't necessarily have something for all of the days. So I am just gonna use a little bit of washi here, but I'm gonna like cut it not right on the day so that it's, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's just for decoration to cover up the whiteout. This washi like does not want to be cut. Try that again. Okay, so my daughter's show is up here, and then there's like a couple weeks off, and then they start a new show. Well, we signed her up to do another show. Alright, so I think that is everything on this side. I'm not sure yet. I don't think we're going away for MLK Day. I think we're gonna go away for President's Day, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But I will, like I said, add to this as we move throughout. They're doing two shows. One is, you know, Wednesday night, so I'm just gonna go to that one. But then, like, the whole everyone, extended family is going on the weekend. Let's make that day a little extra special. Next year, all of my kids will be in the same school, and I won't have to worry about, like, which is which. Because right now my youngest is still in preschool, so it's a different, the holiday schedule is like mostly the same, but it's not exactly. So I have to like mark which school it is. So like they both have off, they all have off from MLK Day, but only, oh, and I put that on Sunday instead of Friday. And like not on the right week. Okay, anyway, let's try that again. The elementary school has a half day on the Friday before the holiday, and the preschool just has off for the holiday. Okay, so I think that's everything that I've got scheduled so far. Let me clean up my desk a little and then take one more look. Okay, so that is everything that I have in my calendar. I do want to just do like a couple of things, like decoration-wise. I'm not going to over-decorate the boxes or anything because, like I said, I do add to this quite a bit for a month. And if you have like 3 things on the same day, you know, you're out of space. I think it's something about this like extra shiny washi is just a little extra difficult to cut. I have these new stamping markers that I got at Five Below, and the kids are like a little bit obsessed with the moon right now, so we're gonna, there's a moon one, so we're gonna go, I'll just put that in and add it to the key. They're very juicy, you gotta let them dry. Super, super necessary thing to have in my planner. My youngest like talks about werewolves like all the time, and I have no idea where it came from. Alright, so I'm just adding in like a touch of decorations. Again, I don't want to go like too overboard because I want to make sure I still have place to plan, but especially in the near term. That is my monthly calendar. I'm not really sure what I'm going to use that space for. Maybe notes for next month or something like that. But the next thing I'm going to do is dive in to my January goals. However, that's definitely going to have to wait till tomorrow because I spent a really long time stickering and now it's time to go to bed. All right, with the calendar done, I'm ready to set goals, and I'm going to do like, not decorations, but I want to make sure I have the quote covered and stuff. I just don't want a quote on my main monthly pages. But before I do like any of that top stuff, I'm actually going to focus on the functional part and actually set the goals, which I will be using the Maxi markers for. I think I'm gonna ban myself from the dot markers after my annual goals, and I do have that printable of my quarterly goals as well. So we can use that combination of the quarterly and the annual. So this year is actually really different for me because usually I'm in the companion notebooks, and in the companion notebooks, the annual goals are in a separate book than the monthly goals, so I can have them both open. So I'm going to be flipping back and forth a lot more than I otherwise would be because of that. All right, let's start with something like super easy to get started with, and let's go with the fun and recreation because I don't think that that is going to be very difficult for me to set up, like thoughts wise. And I definitely want to do some stencil stuff. Again, I'm gonna use the highlighters, but I'm not gonna use the dot markers. Okay, so I want a flag right here, but I don't want it to be the full size, so I'm just adjusting it to how I want the flag, and then I can trace the bottom part and then slide the stencil down to trace the top part. Cute. I'll probably add color in, and I want to do like, I don't want it to just be like a list, although it's going to be like less mind mappy than my annual goals were. So the big thing that I want to do this month in January is this kind of trip outlining. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need. So first of all, it's going to be to block potential travel dates for the whole year. And then I'm pretty sure we want to go away. Sorry if that was a little out of focus. I was already pretty sure that we would want to go away President's Day weekend. So I'm just going to say like book our Feb trip. And this is not going to be like a big deal trip. It's just like a long weekend, either a short flight or somewhere we can drive. Probably do an Airbnb, like nothing super complicated to plan. We might go down to Florida. I'm not 100% sure yet. And then we don't necessarily need to book it all right now, but I think our long family trip, like our big family trip, is going to be over spring break. So just kind of spring break. This one is not one where I want to bleed through because then it would be on my calendar. And then the other one. Right, so like weekend fun. And this one I'll go up with. We really just need more like indoor activities. Those can both be like places to go that are inside, but also activities for in the house too. And then have plans back on the scheduled fund, all the good things. My fingernail just got caught in that. I don't know if I'm gonna go with a focus or not. I'll see like what I'm feeling like when I'm done some more. Okay, so For work and learning, I think the big thing here is going to be to start building all of the various trackers that I need. Got the new financial tracker. This one I should be able to finish this month. That's kind of like just an expansion of what I already had for 24, so it's not like reinventing the wheel. The big one, the rubric, and then the file and project. And probably start working on that whole file inventory. I just really want to organize like all of my work files this year. And then the other thing, oh, you know what? I think I want to add one more. This one I was thinking about the other day, like having a calendar with, I don't know, probably on one of the apps I think might be useful, and then some stuff on my Google Calendar that's just got like all of my regular things and all of my regular calendar work. That way I can use that as part of the scheduling for picking like more consulting work up. And then for like actual project work, because I do actually have a project for January. Well, I need to confirm that. That'll actually be step 1. Oh, so now I got orange on the bottom there. Okay. And then assuming that that work is actually moving forward. Alright, so basically confirm the project. And then assuming that, well, either way, whatever's going forward in January, we make the project, we make a plan with some internal deadlines, etc., so that we are not just winging it. I'm hoping that this will help me stay on top of my schedule and help with the procrastination. Basically, like, so I have a consulting project that I've already agreed to that I think starts, I'm not 100% sure when exactly it's going to start, but it'll be due either late January or early February. But then I know I have something in February. So depending on the exact timing, you know, making sure we've got enough time for everything. I'm working with other people on the project, but it's the primary. Making sure I have time to do the things that I need to do and the things that I want to do by not procrastinating on the things that I need to do and avoiding. Okay, see, like this marker is not smearing at all, but I feel like the orange one was, I don't know, it's just been a little hit or miss lately. All right, so that's work and learning. I actually do really like having the quarterly out separately, especially because I am so used to looking at my annual goals at the same time. If I was still in the companion notebooks, I'm not even sure I would need that, but it is really helpful. I'm going to flip over and do finance and physical because I think these are both also easy, and then we'll circle back to the other 4. So in physical, for the living room, we're looking for a couple of end tables, decorations. Also want to swap and order family photos and finish the bookshelves, which are almost done. Well, they're almost done being built, but we still have to figure out how to like mount them together and to the wall and stuff. And then maybe confirm or check in on the couches. We should be able to get like a better delivery time frame, but they're probably not going to be in until February. And then one thing that I want to do, not just in this category, but in a couple of different categories, which I'll put in personal and health and wellness, and as well as I've already mentioned, I really want to like outline, like write out what our daily routines are. Just having that in a document, whether it's in that one that came with the quarterly or somewhere written in like the notes pages of the planner, wherever, or online somewhere, probably both. We'll see. I just want that like kind of documented out somewhere. And then the last thing is, I really don't like the name Master Calendar anymore, but just like, oops. I say like the home and cleaning calendar, but this is like more than that. This is like it's a calendar system ideally, and also, you know, like space to store all of service providers that we use and contact information for that, etc. So just kind of like all the documents in one place, but then also like a calendar, probably something that can be used in my planner, but then also something that has like a digital element as well. I feel like I should have used the other side of the highlighter for this one. Don't like that. Oh, we're okay, and we were on the teal part of the page, so we're good. Then on finance. And again, even though I haven't been flipping as much as I thought I would, that's because I'm looking at my quarterly goals while I'm doing all of this, which is making it really easy because basically I took all of the key themes from my annual goals that I wanted to work on in Q1 and put them onto this sheet, which I wrote in extremely messy handwriting because I was super tired, and then printed in really, really nice font. So I need to close out our trackers for the year. Make sure that the money that I moved, that we've got kind of like a plan for that, because I moved money from like our savings account, our checking account to our investment account. So, and then just like tax prep. That will be one, mostly just gathering documents, but also part that takes the longest of my taxes is the business expenses. All right. Then for the year start, we'll need a new tracker, the kind of yearly big picture plan. So, and then just do a quick run through of all of our auto pays and subscriptions and make sure everything is still good there. That's just like a good thing to kind of do periodically / at the beginning of the year. My camera just cut off and I don't know exactly where it cut off, but I was talking about just making sure you're not paying for subscriptions that you don't want, and like making sure that you schedule in, if you've got like a free trial of something, you know, don't put that in your calendar of when to cancel it if you're not planning to like keep it. Like we have a free trial of Apple TV right now for my new iPad, and I doubt we're going to want to keep that, so making sure that that's in my calendar so that we can cancel it when the 3 months is up. All right, so that is all of my easy goal areas, so let's take a look at that and then we'll see where to go next. So I really like the way that looks. All right, we're going to go up. I'm going to go up where we're going to go up to health and wellness. And then same thing like I wrote on the physical environment category, I want to write out, document, and use. And like some of the things and those things go in the personal category and some of them go in the health and wellness, but I'm gonna put it here. Yeah. I am also gonna say I want to go to some exercise classes. I'm not going to specify because it will depend a little on my work schedule. I've already got one booked for Thursday after the kids go back to school with that, or get restarted with that. And then I think I'm going to say to use, so we have this walking pad. It's in our house right now and I'd really like to use it more. I never like use it, but so I think I'm going to say to use it at least twice a week. I'd like to work up to using it every day, but I don't think that's going to happen right now. Again, if it's nice out and I want to go outside, that's also fine. The last thing, the big one. We have a bedtime. Next, swing, family and relationships. All right, it's going to be the same thing. We are going to document those routines. Okay. I also need to like confirm / finalize the after school schedule. We've been trying to add piano back in, but because of some stuff going on with one of my kids, we've also been trying to leave space in the schedule, and it's just, yeah, we're trying to figure out if we can add that in or if we need that space for like tutors or help or whatever. So anyway, that is what's been going on. Okay, so also related to that, again, gotta follow up, and we've got some stuff going on at the school as well. And then, okay, I want to go back to my annual goals for a second. So I think like outlining the routine is going to be really, really helpful. And I think that's going to take care of like a lot of the stuff that's in my annual goals, or like at least to be working on it. But also I just think for like kind of mindset-y type one. So it's kind of like a mindset parenting focus. Effective communication and goodness, how do you spell patience? And patience. All right, well that was the best coloring in I've done of that shape. All right, so then swing back, personal and spiritual growth, and then we'll finish with personal. I use personal as a little bit of a catch-all category, so I like to kind of do that last a lot of the time in case I think of anything else, basically. Actually, I think I want a bigger heart for this, so I'm just gonna freehand it. So the journaling, okay. This one, all right, we're just drawing our own icons for this category. We're gonna use scheduling, time blocking, timers, all of the things to help stay productive. Like that's definitely one that could have been in the personal category, but it's on my goals in this category. Just working on procrastination is on my goals in this category, so, and avoidance, so that's why it kind of is going in here right now. Well, I think maybe it's just like embrace the New Year's feeling. Try and tackle the things. You know what? Your January energy only lasts for so long. If you treat it well, you can make it drag a few months, which is really helpful to get like a great start to the year. So let's just go with it, you know, and really just kind of lean into that January feeling. I'm trying so hard to only have one marker out at a time after what happened with my annual goals. If you haven't seen that video, it's actually 2 parts, but you can check out my goal setting playlist. And basically like on 2 of the categories, I started using the wrong color while I was dotting things up, and I had to cover it, and it was a little bit of a hot mess, but turned out okay in the end. But you know, trying to be a little bit more careful with the markers this time. And like I said, I love dot markers, but I also just like overuse them whenever I use them. All right, last category, personal. Number 1 is just gonna be to use planner consistently. And then I think it's gonna be also, we need to like finish setting up all of my kind of foundational stuff for the year. So I think I might just even use the big, no, I won't. I just use the big ones here. Maybe the arrow and mix it up a little. So there's like a couple of last things that I want to do to move into this planner, that routine outline, some like digital things that also need to be done with that, the Google Calendar setup, like rolling over a few calendars, all those things. So like, actually I may even put them in. So there's like a couple of other things that I was working on in the in my digital MakseLife as well. I feel like that's too close to the quill. I'm having trouble getting a box. A little messed up, but it's a box. And then the last one that I want to do is to meal plan weekly and get back to prepping lunches. And that will start next week. Kids are going back to school in a couple of days. And like the lunch prep is so much easier than it used to be too, which is probably why I stopped doing it, right? Because I'm only packing, only my little one is in preschool, and my big kids really like to buy lunch. They don't buy it every day. We go through the calendar, and like if they like the hot lunch, I'll let them buy it. But if they don't like the hot lunch, like I'm not paying money for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I can make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and send it to school. So not that like school lunch is very affordable, but it's kind of the principle of the thing. I just don't want to pay for cereal boxes or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when we have those things at home. So if they like the hot lunch, they can choose to buy lunch. And then if they don't like the hot lunch, I pack them lunch. But what that ends up meaning is I only end up packing like 1 or 2 days a week. So I'm packing way less lunches than I used to when it used to be, you know, 15 lunches a week. Last thing is to decorate this top here. And basically just get rid of the quote. I can't decide now if I want to use another January sticker. I'm pretty sure I put them all away, so that might make the decision for me. But I am gonna do some washi over here. Maybe we'll go, I want to use the MakseLife washi since this page is very much in the MakseLife color scheme, but the blues and purples really very much match the setup from the other page. I mean, I even used some of the purple washi, so I think I'll go with like a mix. This one always looks so gray to me. Sometimes we do like those really fancy, like lay them diagonal, make cool shapes and stuff, but I have spent a lot of time decorating planners, and tonight after the kids are going to bed, I want to do my weekly spread. So we're going with something very, very simple right now. Still, my X-Acto box is still, my X-Acto blade is still over with the wrapping stuff. But I'm liking this splice tool lately. That washi pulls really nicely as well. All right, so I think we're gonna use some foil. We've got so much foil, so you might as well kind of use some of it. Where are those big snowflakes? Will they fit? Yes. Actually, I think that even putting that right there over some of the washi too. Cute. Do I want any washi on this side? Yeah, I feel like I gotta do it. It looks so weird without it. It's fine. I have, obviously, as you saw before, I have plenty of stickers that say January. I just don't have any stickers that say January goals. Maybe that's a custom I can order. Oh, well, it wouldn't be January goals. Maybe I can order stickers that say goals in a script from Lexi Kylie, because I have a lot of her scripts and her months, and that way if I want to cover it, I can use her scripts to do it and it'll match. Otherwise, if you're gonna mix fonts, if you need like a completely different font than the one that I have for, you know, like it would have to be like a really bold print font. That way it would look nice next to the cursive, kind of like the way that I do the letters, like that with the, you know, part cursive, part not cursive. Oh my goodness, that's so uneven. I'm not putting it on my list, but one thing I really need to do, I doubt that it's gonna be this month, is like fix some of my sticker organization to make it more functional. This one is my favorite, but I feel like it's gonna be too dainty. I like the bolder one here. Right, so I popped it back into my folio. Here are my January goals. Here is my January calendar. I'm gonna tuck my quarterly goals there back into this so that I can revisit that in February. But that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed getting to do a little bit of a decorative, a little bit of a functional monthly setup, and then of course my January goals. I hope you are having an awesome start to the new year. Stay tuned. So much more fun stuff coming up. I am filming a plan with me with my weekly plans like almost immediately after that, so weekly planning sessions coming. There'll also be some more videos doing like the last of the little setup things in here. I still have to sticker my vision board in here for the year, so more stuff to come. Happy January, happy goal setting, happy planning, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.